It is episode 31 of Origin PC Live. Woo! Let's do it. Hello friends, welcome to episode 31 of Origin PC Live. My name is Alexis Roselle, community lead at Origin PC.
And I'm Jerica, and I most likely touched your computers inappropriately.
A quick recap. That's great. A quick recap of Origin PC Live for the new viewers. This is a show where we talk about the latest gaming, geek news, and what we're up to, and we chatted up with a special guest. This week's special guest is Man vs. Game, who we'll be talking on later in the show. Fun fact, before we get started, Miss NanoKitten, our co-host here, and I used to be the first duo on Origin PC streams back in the day.
Good times.
And this is our first time back on the stream, so welcome back, Miss NanoKitten. You do it? Bink. Go on.
My turn? Okay,
yeah.
Alright, you can interact with us by posting in the chat or making comments. We'll be watching for your feedback. Later on the show, we'll be answering any questions you have, and we'll be announcing the Post of the Week winner, who will be winning a copy of Shroud of the Avatar.
You did good.
Oh,
you did
yeah.
good. That was the first thing. Alright, let's kick off the show. So our first story is about Sea of Thieves breaking some records. Microsoft announced Sea of Thieves is the fastest selling first-party new IP of this generation from Microsoft. The game also went and broke records for the best-selling first game on Windows 10. According to Rare, more than 100,000 players have streamed Sea of Thieves since launch, resulting in more than 10 million hours watched on stream. Thoughts on Sea of Thieves and all these broken records, Jerica?
Sounds pretty crazy. It sounds like it's almost up there with Fortnite and like PUBG and Overwatch.
I know, it's a pretty big deal. I mean, I was really excited about the game. I heard about it like, I want to say 2 years ago at E3 or 3 years ago at E3 and got to play it. And it was a ton of fun back then. It looks like a lot of fun now. So congratulations to the people at Microsoft. I mean, they do big things. They do great things. I didn't think that they were going to flop on this one, so I'm proud of them for not. I mean, the game is really, really cool. The animations look awesome. I haven't gotten the opportunity to try it since it released, but I'm really looking forward to it. What's the next piece of news?
All right, for our next story, Blizzard made 2 Overwatch announcements this week, including the return of the Overwatch World Cup. Oh, wait, this is my camera.
Yeah, there it is.
Where players around the world complete
there it is.
World champions. The other announcement includes the return of the Uprising event. Last year, there was the limited time PvE mission during the Uprising event, but we don't know if it will be the same thing this year. Thoughts on Overwatch?
Overwatch. I never get tired of hearing about this game. The game's great. It's cool. What was it that players compete world champions return to the Uprising event? The Uprising event was one of the coolest things they did, so it's awesome that they're bringing that back.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think it's really fun.
I haven't played since, I haven't played for at least over a year, and there have been so many changes since then. But there's so many good games out. It's hard to go back.
You also have that new character. What is it, Bridget, right?
Bridget, right? I haven't tried it yet. Have you played it yet?
No, I haven't either.
Haven't had the opportunity.
But she's so
yet?
cute. I love her.
She is pretty awesome. She's supposed to be like another tank type character, right?
She's like a little pally.
A paladin, like as another support character like Reinhardt. That's pretty cool. Right on. All right. And now for some Origin PC news. There it is. Last week we announced a new giveaway with Lamar Wilson. It's a worldwide giveaway for an Evo 15S powered by an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060 and an Intel Core i7-7700HQ. We partnered with Lamar to bring you this awesome worldwide giveaway. You could sign up right now on www.originpc.com/Lamar Wilson. Have you seen all the giveaways we've been doing, Erica? Erica, sorry.
I have. They're actually pretty sweet. The PewDiePie one, like the Lyric one, and all that.
We got we have the PewDiePie one still running now. The Lyric one ended not that long ago. Lamar Wilson, we have a new one starting very soon, which you'll find out about in the future. So stay tuned to our social media. We have the Intel Rig Challenge as well, which we'll talk about more later. That's 3 giveaways running, soon to be 4 giveaways running from us at one time. That's absolute insanity. 2 of which are worldwide. Actually 3 of which are going to be worldwide, but the Lamar and PewDiePie giveaways are worldwide. You can sign up right now to each of those, so make sure to go to our social media, sign up to them. It's not that hard, all right? It's super simple, just a few clicks, click, 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 click. The PewDiePie one ends kind of soon, so I would sign up to that fairly quickly.
All the free computers.
So many free computers. Everybody gets one. What's up next?
All right, geek news. Is that me?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a little thing. All right.
No, that's it.
Kicking off our geek news is the announcement of a Beetlejuice musical. Warner Brothers announced they will be adapting Tim Burton's classic movie as a stage production, which will kick off a pre-Broadway engagement in Washington, D.C. So your thoughts on this Beetlejuice musical?
I love Beetlejuice. It's like one of my favorite movies. I'm not a humongous fan of musicals, but I will 100% watch this just because it's Beetlejuice.
Hell yeah.
Now, it's pre-Broadway. I'm assuming none of the actors are going to be in it, but if they brought Michael Keaton, I know Michael Keaton has done Broadway, so that would be so sick.
Isn't Alec Baldwin also in there?
Oh yeah, that's right. He was. Yeah, when he was super young. One of the Baldwin
Yeah.
brothers.
Right?
I think it was
my
him.
mind.
I know. When he was super, man, that's right. I totally forgot it was a Baldwin. And Winona Ryder when she was a little lady. But Beetlejuice is amazing. I think they were gonna do a Beetlejuice 2, and they were gonna bring Michael Keaton back. I don't know if that's still in the works, but that would be
The Ghost with
a musical
the
and another Beetlejuice. Oh, I love that movie so much. Come in the line, rock your body. All right, next, me. Our final geek news story is about the cancellation of Deadpool animated show led by Donald Glover.
Womp,
Can't
womp.
understand how sad I am to hear this. Creative differences between Marvel, FX, and Glover led to the cancellation of the show, which was originally meant to run for 10 episodes. Glover himself tweeted 15 pages of the script and noted that he wasn't too busy to work on a show, contrary to reports. Thoughts on the sad cancellation of the Deadpool animated series, Jerica?
I mean, that sucks. I feel like that would be really good because what is his name? Donald Glover is like an amazing writer.
Yeah, he's a really awesome writer. Deadpool as an IP is just an awesome Marvel story. I saw like some concept animation that they put up on Reddit today, and it looked like it was going to be incredible. Granted, it was like a test; it wasn't even the animation they were gonna use, but just the idea of having an animated series based off Deadpool, they showed in that animation like how cool it could be. It would have been so awesome, especially if it was R-rated. What I'm hoping, now that FX dropped it, is that maybe another platform like Netflix could pick it up.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
If Netflix picked it up, then it could be no holds barred. They wouldn't have a rating. They could do whatever the hell they wanted on it. I think that would be absolutely fantastic. So please, Netflix, if you're watching this for whatever reason, first of all, go watch your show. It's a lot more cool. But secondly, please pick up Deadpool animated series. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, a PG-13 version of Deadpool would not be that great.
Although FX does have It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which does do a lot of R-rated stuff. They have like kind of their late night stuff is a little bit racy, so hopefully that's what they were planning for it. But yeah, I agree. I think it would be better suited on a platform like Netflix anyways, so hopefully it's not dead in the water. The good thing, I mean, I think last time something went viral about Deadpool, a Deadpool thing, which I think was the movie, then the movie got made like not too long after, so I'm hoping the same thing happens with this. We'll see. All right, what is next? Recent releases, right? Yes. I'm correct.
Shout-outs for Blue Microphone?
That's you.
Do I have to read all that?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I was just like, what is the release?
Hey, we're live right now.
Oh, no. All right, special shout-out to Blue Microphone for these incredible mics we're using on the show right now.
Thank you, Blue.
Yay.
You mean a lot to us.
All right, kicking off these recent releases is Far Cry 5 on PC. And other platforms, fight against cultists in Hope County with the help of a dog, a bear, and fellow resistant fighters. All right.
I absolutely adore this game. I'm going to talk about it. It's the game I'm currently playing, so we're going to get to the Eat, Sleep, Game, Repeat segment. But it is so much fun. The graphics are out of this world incredible. The story's super cool. The world itself is just complete mayhem. That was a scene with Naomi Kyle right there. The sister looks just like her. It's crazy. But I love the game. I think it's a blast, and congratulations to my friends over at Ubisoft for this incredible launch. It went super smooth, and the game's just out of this world. Also releasing this week, speaking of friends, all my friends are releasing games. Shadow the Avatar, Richard Garriott and Starlong, the amazing creators of Ultima Online, released this immersive sandbox MMORPG, and it promises similar gameplay to Ultima Online. This game's a ton of fun. I've been playing it for very early access. I haven't touched it since because I didn't want to ruin the release, but now that the release is out, I'm going to give it another whirl. We've had both Richard Garriott and Starlong on the show, which was an absolute pleasure because Ultima Online is like my favorite game of all time, so seeing them here was incredible. And this game is something else. It's definitely kind of the RP side of Ultima, the living, breathing world side of Ultima, not so much the the PvP aspect of it. Although I think there is PvP involved, but this game is just so cool. Like, just to create a character and really get immersed in the world and become that character and become part of the world, they nailed it. They did such a good job. The world itself is really cool. I can't wait to get my hands on this. Have you played this before? Did you ever play Ultima back in the? Oh, you're kind of a young buck.
Yeah, when it comes to PC, absolutely.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite games ever. It's a game that I still go back to all the time. So congratulations to the team over at Portalarium Studios. Up next is Blatant Plug of the Week.
That's all you.
Yeah. So the March promo, it's last day with Far Cry, with Samsung. So make sure to sign up to that ASAP. Select Samsung SSDs, get you a copy of Far Cry 5. You get a $60 Neverwinter in-game pack, $100 Tryon Worlds in-game credit, free digital Steam key, with Shroud of the Avatar. So this is our last day for our March promo. I believe we're switching over to the April promo early. Is that what's going on, Lewis? Yes? You can say yes. Or no. Hello?
No.
Okay, so it's just a few days away then. April 1st is the start date for our April promo.
No,
so
two.
April 2, I'm sorry. What do I know? Who am I? Okay, up next.
It is.
Friends. No, not yet.
Oh.
Friends. Do you have Discord? I hope you do. And if you do, you can sign up to our channel, discord.gg/OriginPC. We talk a bunch of nonsense in there, and it's a ton of fun. Our Origin PC family comes out in droves. We chat about gaming. We chat about technology. We try to game together. I try to get people to game with me is really what the story should be, but no one ever wants to play anything that I'm playing. But now, hopefully, that I'm playing Far Cry 5, which most people are playing, I can at least find one person to drag along co-op with me. But join us on discord.gg/OriginPC. My goal for this is to get a mass following in there so I can do some dedicated Discord giveaways. And I need your help. So join the channel, chat with us, get to know the team, get to know the Origin PC community. We're all in there. It's a ton of fun. Please join us. We talked about this earlier, but the Lamar giveaway is live. www.originpc.com/Lamar Wilson. This is a worldwide giveaway. PewDiePie giveaway is also still live. Please sign up to this. Another worldwide giveaway for another Evo 15S, but this one has PewDiePie's logo all textured printed on it. So if you're a massive PewDiePie fan, or if you're just a massive fan of gaming and you like to travel and you need a portable gaming laptop, or you don't have a gaming PC at all, this caters to everybody. Sign up to originpc.com/PewDiePie. Intel Rig Challenge, still going big. Video number 2 is coming out very, very shortly. So sign up right now. All you have to do is tweet out my hashtag Intel Rig Challenge vote is for @OriginPC. This gives you the opportunity to win our $10,000 Extreme Rig that we have not completed yet. But when we do, you're going to be blown away by how awesome it is. I think they're also giving away bi-weekly prizes, which are Oculus Rift headsets. And the only way to win is by voting. And vote for us because you're here and we love you and you love us, right? And I think that's how it should go. It's an exchange of thoughts and love. Thank you, guys. Now it's time.
For some Eat, Sleep, Game, Repeat. All right, now it's time to talk about Eat, Sleep, Game, Repeat, where we talk about the games we're playing. This segment is sponsored by Origin PC's Gear Shop, where you can buy your own Eat, Sleep, Game, Repeat shirt.
Super comfortable. Just saying.
It is, actually.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah. Alexis, what are you Eat, Sleep, Game, Repeating?
So I am playing a little game called Far Cry 5. I absolutely adore this game. I was just talking about it earlier. But the world is insanity. Like, I think the last time I played, which was last night, I was driving down the road. Boomer, my companion, my little dog, which you've seen all over the trailers, was right next to me. As we're going down the road, I see a bear attacking some pedestrians on the side of the road. I got out to help. The bear then gets attacked by a cougar. A plane flies overhead, very, very close to the ground, by the way. Another car drives, hits the cougar. I hear flames going off in the distance. I turn around. There's 2 cultists setting the forest ablaze. And this is all happening within like 5 to 10 minutes. I don't even know how to register everything that's happening. It's absolute insanity. The game is so much fun. We played it early access the last weekend. Me and Kevin played it co-op, and the co-op is out of this world. You can do co-op from beginning to end in this game. I was flying a helicopter. Kevin grappled onto the helicopter. I was swinging him around everywhere. It's just, the game is like pure mayhem, and it's so enjoyable. The graphics are beautiful. Ubisoft knocked it out of the park building this world and making this game. The story's so cool. The villains in Far Cry games are always like the best. Yeah. So that was expected, but they really did a great job with this. It's set in the US, which is cool. It's a setting we haven't seen in Far Cry yet. Overall, I'm loving the game, like hardcore. I have it on both PC and Xbox. That's how much I like it. I'm playing it everywhere. So what do you think of it? You haven't tried it yet?
I haven't tried it at all.
But you've seen some videos and stuff?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna pick it up for sure. But right now I'm just super busy.
We'll play. We'll do some co-op. What are you playing?
I'm playing Ni no Kuni 2 for sure.
Tell us about Ni no Kuni.
Well, it's like a JRPG, I guess, more or less. With like I guess if you were to mash up two things together, it'd be like a Studio Ghibli film and maybe Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy.
I like that it's cell shaded. What platform is this on?
I have it for PlayStation 4. I don't know if it's on anything else, to be honest.
TBH. JRPGs mostly are on PlayStation.
Yeah. No, but the first one was great on PlayStation 3, and I played throughout that. And then this one's just amazing. Like, I just want to keep playing. I want to go home right now and play.
I know.
I'm so obsessed with it.
When a game makes you feel that way, that you're like just thinking about it no matter what you're doing, and you can't wait to get home, that's always a good sign. This actually looks really, really cool.
It really is. I could lend it to you if you want.
Yes, I would love for you to lend it to me. That's awesome. All right, up next is check this out. Big thank you to Elgato for providing the Stream Deck and capture card in our streaming PC, and much more soon. You'll see those unboxings happening on Twitter in the moment. Big thank you to Elgato for all the support. They're awesome. So, and check this out. We talk about anything we've been checking out. This includes movies, TV, music, tech, gadgets, apps, software, etc. Jerica, what have you been up to?
Oh, man, I've been kind of, well, not really binge watching because there's not many episodes, but yeah. Devilman Crybaby on Netflix. There's like 9 or 6 episodes. Ooh. I'm like probably on the 3rd one, but it's so good. It's like gruesome and mature content.
Mature content for sure. I'm not humongous into animes. Just recently, I got turned on to Naruto, which I've been watching. And you were talking to me about this today during lunch, and it seems really cool. I'll probably check it out. How many epissodes are there?
I think there's just about 9. It's like not long at all.
Are they planning on expanded, or is it just like a mini series?
Before I started watching, I found out that it's like a manga. Like there's like a previous anime that's older, but I'll probably check that out.
Devilman Crybaby. Yeah. Check it out on Netflix. So I watched over the weekend, or what was it? Or earlier this week, Game Over Man from the creators of Workaholics. These 3 gentlemen, and I wish I could remember the name. I know there's Durs, Anders. That's it. That's all I got.
The other one.
And the other 2 guys. Dude, hilarious. I knew it's very Workaholics comedy. Imagine Workaholics just based in a hotel. And it's funny. Adam Devine, that's one of them. And I forgot the other dude's name. Hilarious. They just have like the most ridiculous sense of humor, and also very mature content in this. But the cameos are out of this world. They have so many cameos in the movie. Some of them I was not expecting at all, and they were really, really funny. The movie itself is just really, really cool. It has a lot to do with gaming too. There's gaming involved, and they hinted to a sequel, which I won't ruin for you guys, but watch the movie. If you like Workaholics, you're gonna love this. I recommend just sit home and relax, get a bunch of snacks, have a good laugh. The movie's really, really good. So now it's time for a short break. After the short break, we'll be talking with Man vs. Game, so do not go anywhere, Origin PC family. Make sure to start asking questions now in chat. Lewis, our producer, is taking those questions. Later on in the Ask Origin PC segment, we'll be answering those questions. So thank you for tuning in, and hold tight, friends. I wish. Welcome back, and shout out to Intel for powering our stream rig. It's time to talk with Man from Man vs. Game. You can find Man playing and taking on several kinds of video games ranging from retro classics to modern games like Neo. Man has completed hundreds of games on stream and is known for his entertaining commentary while battling the endless stream of games. Man has been streaming for an incredibly long time, starting back in the days of Justin TV. He's also the newest member of the Origin PC family, as he just recently received his custom Millennium desktop. How are you doing this Friday, Man?
I am doing just fantastic. Now, just to make sure, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we hear you just fine.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure. Yeah, I'm normally sleeping at this time of day.
Oh, man, I'm so sorry.
Aw.
Pardon the haggard look, but yeah, it's a pleasure to be here, and I love seeing all the members of Mankind out there. Thanks for stopping by, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Mankind, for joining us as well. Man, thank you so much for doing this. Thank you for being on the show. I told you this when we talked face-to-face, but let me blow smoke up your butt in front of all these people. I've been such a fan of yours for such a long time, and it's a pleasure to be working with you, man. So this is awesome, and thank you for being on the show.
Okay, well, I'm glad you just, showered me with compliments. I thought actual smoke was going to be involved.
Kick it off, Jerica.
All right, thanks for taking the time for being on the show with us, man. We just had a couple questions for you.
Sure.
Have today's games gotten easier or harder than older games?
I would say both, honestly. I don't think there's been a trend one way or the other. I think the only way you could sum up, video games as compared to, yesteryear or before is there's simply more options available.
For sure.
If you're looking for, just a simple sort of story experience with not a lot of like challenge, you're looking for, like good graphics or something like that. That option is available, but also, there are games released now that are harder than ever.
Yeah.
Like I've been streaming Neo lately, and that game certainly gets very challenging.
I've seen.
Yeah, no, I think there's just more options than ever. It's hard to complain about any one type of game dominating the industry. Yeah, there's just all kinds of options.
I think what's cool is that a lot of the game developers nowadays used to be fans of the older, harder games. So those diehard fans are trying to make, when they do make, like, especially those retro classic games that come out like now, where they try to go with the roguelike and make it extremely difficult, and there's the one life thing that happens in a lot of these games, or you just get killed constantly. I think it's such a cool thing. I love playing super hard games like that too. I know you do as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you though. It's a toss-up. There's a little bit of both out there. Something for everyone.
Exactly.
So sometimes you play classic games on stream. A couple of weeks ago, you streamed Ninja Gaiden Black on hard mode, for example. How do you decide what games you take on?
It is absolutely been just down to what game I feel like playing.
That's awesome.
And I've been doing that for a while. I used to, like long ago, back before Twitch was even a thing, and it was a little website called Justin.tv. I used to do like a poll, or I would let my viewers vote on the next game that I would play, and that worked well for a while. The way it was set up on my site, it was I would choose like 5 games that I wanted to play, and then I would let my viewers vote on those 5 games. And it was, it was fun for a while, but it became predictable, because I began to be able to predict what game would win every time, because it would always just be like, the most popular game, like the biggest AAA game, whatever game had the biggest release. And so eventually this wonderful guy, Khadgar, was able to set it up so that viewers could do like a write-in vote. So viewers could just write in whatever game they wanted. And of course, my wonderful supporters, my community, Mankind, they love to see me suffer. That's like suffering and struggling and aggravation and sweat and swearing. They're all like, that's like central themes to my stream. And so of course, my wonderful community voted for me to play Kingdom Hearts. A game which, you know, they knew that I would absolutely loathe. And they were, it was excruciating for me. Not necessarily because of the gameplay, but because I'm just not I'm not into cutesy stuff. By the way, can we swear? Should I try and watch the language?
You can go ahead and say whatever you want.
Okay.
Cuss
I'm not
away,
into that
please.
cutesy shit.
There
So it was terrible. And so I stopped the voting. I was like, that's enough of that. I'm just going to pick the game I want to play now. And I've been doing that for like, you know, years. However, as of like 2 streams ago, I decided we're going to bring the vote back. So hopefully, I think today I might be making the announcement that the poll is ready. And my subscribers are going to be able to once again vote on the next game I play.
Look at that.
I'm so excited. And boy, I can't wait to see what they vote for.
Breaking news. I can't wait to see you play Kingdom Hearts again.
Yeah, no, I won't play
Please
Kingdom
say
Hearts
no
again.
Hulu too.
It's just when I brought it up, the chat just like blew up and everybody's just like, oh, have fun playing Kingdom Hearts 2, man.
That's hilarious, man. You're up.
Do you remember any games off the top of your head that were close to beating you? I guess Kingdom
Beating
Hearts
Oh, I
you.
definitely have had games that I haven't finished on stream. Oh man, one of them is like Let It Die. That was like Let It Die. It became an absolute chore to play. What was that?
No, yeah, I agree. That's a tough one.
Yeah, it was. Oh man, it just got terrible. It was a mistake streaming that one. You know, I'd like to say any other game that I have not completed on my stream is merely because I didn't want to, or or you know, maybe I had tech issues, or you know, a lot of times, you know, there's always new games coming out all the time, and sometimes I just want to play that new game that I've been waiting for, you know, on release day, because that's what streaming's all about. You got to soak up the hype. You got to ride those hype waves.
For sure.
Get all those, drawing all the viewers from the new releases. And what happens is, I'll put a game down to play this new game. With fully have the intention of going back to that previous game, and then it just never happens. So, it's just
Right on.
My backlog just keeps getting longer and longer.
I hear you. My backlog is ridiculous. I have games on Steam that I've bought during the sales and haven't even touched yet, and it's getting longer and longer. I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? Do you have any tips for a gamer willing to take on these challenging games? Like, what do they do to psych themselves up for the impossible challenges in some of these games?
Honestly, for me, you got to learn to accept death. Failure in games like this. I think some people, they get impatient. I don't know. For me, what ended up becoming like a big theme of my channel sometimes is I get locked into like these gaming grudge matches where I will literally play like the same screen of one game over and over and over, failing, some jump or some challenge for hours, literally hours. So yeah, you gotta be patient. You'll get better. I think most games they're very much about, following and learning patterns, building, like a muscle memory routine. Some of my favorite games are like that, like precision platformers. But yeah, you got to be patient. You got to learn to accept the failure, and that's what, and you can't have the sweet without the sour, Right. It's what makes the eventual victory that much, it feels so much better that way, If you're just kind of like handed trophies or achievements in a game, there's no meaning to it. So you got to struggle.
Right on.
Yeah.
Good answer.
All right. So Alexis mentioned that you've been streaming for several years now. How's that been?
Stressful. Terrible. No, I'm just kidding. Oh man, it's been wild. It's surreal. I still can't believe, the dream is still alive. I'm still going. I've had my fair share of controversy. I'd like to think that I've learned a lot along the way. I honestly feel like I have made pretty much every mistake that a streamer can make. I don't want to sit here and act like, I've done it. Now I've mastered streaming. Because every day I'm just a ball of, nerves, and off stream, I'm really a very insecure guy. I'm constantly just questioning, doubting myself. And on stream, I will say part of what helps me do it is I do absolutely kind of slip into this persona. It's still me, but with like a much bigger ego, much more confidence.
Right.
It's like you manufacture the confidence. Basically, I'm not a narcissistic prick, but I do play one on my stream. So I don't know. I just always hope that people still, even though I have a tendency to have like knee-jerk reactions to people. I truly cannot stand backseat gaming in my channel. Like I said earlier. If somebody like helps me or like tells me how to do something in a game, or gives any kind of tip or hint or any kind of help, what that does for me is it just sort of like steals that feeling of self-satisfaction of having figured it out, or having achieved the goal myself, and that triggers me. That's a trigger for me.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like I'm rambling now. What was the question again?
It was, how has streaming been all for like the years?
You've answered. You've done good. I think
I am rambling.
You nailed it. Here, a follow-up question to that. So when you first started doing all this, when you first started streaming, you're like, hey, I'm going to try this out. Did you ever expect that you'd be where you are right now?
Not at all. Not at all. For me, I at the time when I thought of doing something like Man vs. Game, I was working, a dead-end job, just so depressed, super depressed. I just had no idea what to do, and I just needed like a hobby or something that I could, occupy my time with. And when I thought of doing Man vs. Game, originally I definitely, like the hope of making some money with it was inherent from the beginning. I didn't just start, for like the love of it. There certainly was for the love of it.
Sure.
Streaming for me it's so great because it combines, my greatest loves. Like I love acting, like performing. I did a lot of theater in high school and local theater here where I live. I love video games. I love tech, like working with electronics, being surrounded by electronics and cables and figuring all that shit out. But yeah, that's I had no business model whatsoever. My one hope was maybe I can start doing this YouTube series. That was my original idea. I hadn't even considered streaming at the time. And maybe I can get like a local company to like sponsor me, just, kick me like a few $100s a month, just to, if I put their logo on my stream. And never dreamt
Oh no. Are we frozen?
Awesome.
I thought he was pausing for dramatic effect.
Yeah, I was just like, damn,
No, he's there.
compelling.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you're good. You're good. You're back.
Oh, no.
I
Oh,
literally
no,
thought
am I
you were
back?
pausing for dramatic effect. I was like leaning in. I'm like, oh, what's he
Yeah.
gonna say next?
Tell me about
Am
the
I
hustle.
back?
Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're back.
Oh, good. Where did I leave off?
Putting logos, right?
Yeah, put it like
Yeah.
sponsorship.
Oh
posts.
yeah. I just the dream was if I could pay my rent
Yeah.
somehow by doing this, that would have been more than enough. I mean, I would have been on cloud nine, and so to have it have blown up like this, and you know, it's lasted like 8 years now or so. It's lasted so long. I really don't know how long I've been doing it.
That's awesome, man.
It's surreal. Like yeah,
That's
it's
really
amazing.
Is that you? Oh. Are there any multiplayer games you considered that you've mastered?
Oh God.
Oh.
I honestly, here's a little thing about me. I shy away from multiplayer games almost completely. I will get into. I will get on my WoW addiction every now and then. It's kind of a cycle that I go through. But otherwise, I just absolutely prefer playing single player, immersive games like that. A big part of what I love about games is the escape. I want to escape reality. I don't want to think about, real life, and I certainly don't want to be interacting with other people. I'm honestly I am a huge invert. I'm an introvert.
I hear you.
I probably should have slept.
No, it's all right.
But yeah, I'm a huge introvert, and I like to get away from people as much as possible. I feel like I'm sorry, I'm just reading the chat right now. Making the jokes. Yeah, yuck it up, you bastards. I feel like I burn up all of my energy to socialize when I do my streams. And so, yeah, I don't really play a lot of multiplayer games and do any of that. So
I hear you though, dude.
Alright.
I mean, you mentioned earlier off stream you're an insecure dude and that you're very much an introvert. I found that honestly, and just being in the industry for as long as I've been and meeting influencers and being a streamer myself, I'm the same exact way. First of all, I'm introverted as all hell. Off stream, I'm extremely insecure. And most of the people I've met, oddly enough, especially the big guys, are all just like that. It's so weird how the personality really shines on these streams, but then out of it, you're just like a completely different person, almost, for the most part, right?
Oh yeah, I think it's almost like the people who seek the spotlight the most, they end up being the ones who are the ones most looking for validation and like acceptance.
Right.
They're like, please love me. I don't know. Please tell me, am I okay? Yeah. So I know that's certainly how I am. I mean, I wrestle with my emotions, and I have downswings all the time. It's rough.
I hear you,
And
man.
with the streaming lifestyle as well, I guess just with me, it's a huge time sink. You for me anyway, you put in you're expected to stream a lot of hours. Be there for people live, playing the games, entertaining people. And then beyond that, there's like the whole like business side of it where you get done, you're answering emails, you're supposed to be corresponding. I suck at all that, by the way.
You're all right. You do good.
But yeah, it's I think a lot of people look at it and they're like, oh, well, you play video games on the internet for a living. It's like, what are you complaining about? It's a mental strain.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Sure.
So but I don't know. I don't want to sit here and complain about what I do. It is a dream. I feel so humbled. I feel so lucky to be able to do it. Sometimes I just freak out because it gets a little stressful having so many eyes on you all the time and people judging every word that comes out of your mouth. And, you know, you might look a little more strung out one day, you know, and there's plenty of people out there on the internet that are more than willing to tell you, like, geez, man, you look like shit today. Like,
Yeah, right.
Thank you.
That's what I needed to hear to start the stream off. Thanks.
Yeah, exactly.
I hear you, man. You're not alone, bud. So let's switch gears a little bit. So you just got your new PC. I hope you love it.
I do.
You've been streaming for a very long time now, so you've seen all sorts of technology come your way. What do you think about all the new stream technology today compared to how it was back then?
Oh, man. I mean, it's amazing. You know, because I started back when, there was no OBS, there was no XSplit, there was no nothing. I remember using Flash Live, Adobe Flash Live Media Encoder. I think that's what it was called. And you kind of had to hook that up and like jerry rig it with another program called VH Screen Cap, if I'm remembering correctly. And that's how you capture your gameplay.
It's crazy.
Oh my God.
At first, I swear, I spent the better part of a year basically learning how to get things set up so that I could capture the game, get the audio good, you know, get the lighting, because I wanted everything just so. I am a huge control freak. So I spent a very long time like just kind of like figuring out how to do it. I'm kind of envious of these youngins these days, these kids.
You have to do the back in my day.
Exactly. They find out about streaming. They're like, well, I want to stream, and like there's a plethora of streaming apps available now. You just take your pick.
More coming every day. It's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I was done.
All right. With that being said,
that's a good segue.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Do you have any advice or tips for anyone wanting to stream gameplay today?
There it is. Look at that.
Tips for kids wanting to stream gameplay today. You know what? Don't bother. I don't need any more competition. We're full. Okay, Twitch is full.
No, seats taken.
No.
What kind of a person would I be if I said that? Honestly, these days, see, now this is where I always feel so strange giving any kind of advice about streaming these days, because when I started and you know the environment now versus when I started, it's just completely different. So I feel a little disingenuous trying to like give advice, because I was so lucky to get in on, you know, like the streaming thing when I did, because it was just getting started. I would say these days you definitely gotta start doing it for like the love, you know. I would say honestly one of the most important aspects would be, I hate saying this, but networking is very important.
Yeah.
Making your presence known, not just like through your stream, like through your content, but hanging out in other channels, just getting to know people. That is, I would say that's, because I've seen a lot of, I don't know why I don't like using this term, but like smaller streamers. Streamers that are like just getting started. I've seen streamers do that, where a person maybe in like who is pretty well known in like a lot of communities on Twitch, like a lot of different channels, you know, when they start kind of streaming on their channel, they've already got kind of like a prefabricated, you know, audience that will come in and watch them, because they're like, oh, that person's streaming.
Right.
that person's cool. I talk to them all the time, and you know, this other streamer's channel, so I'll go watch them. And so then you've got kind of like, you know, something to start with. I don't know. Also, it's not a bad idea to chase controversy. You know, get embroiled in some drama. There's no such thing as bad publicity. No, these are like bad tips. Yeah, you know what? No, I'm gonna take that back, because I've seen other streamers blow up because of that exact thing that I was just talking about.
Man. It's crazy.
And I guess what my point is, there's no one right path, you know, to whatever, like making it on Twitch or making it in streaming. I don't know. Honestly, another great thing to do would be separate yourself from the pack. There are a lot of you know, very similar streams. Streams are set up very similarly. If you can think of anything that, you know, makes your stream or your show like stand out, go for it. Because you know, you get like word of mouth, or you know, that's the kind of stuff that will go viral on Twitch. You know, trying to think of examples. You know, like Twitch Plays Pokemon would be one.
Right.
It's like setting up a game so that like the chat can play it, you know, like just stuff like that, where you bring an approach to the stream that like no one has tried before. That's the stuff that will blow up big. But yeah.
So
I don't.
Spamfish had a question for you.
Oh God.
Can you scroll up real quick, Lewis? I need to read it. Man, how do I get more viewers? I've tried leeching off of other bigger streamers, but their community has gotten tired of me.
You might try getting some talent. I honestly,
The roast.
Spam. You've tried leeching off of a bigger streamers, but their community has gotten tired of you. What are you talking about, Spam? Everyone loves you.
Spamfish.
Maybe some gaming skill could help.
Gaming skill.
Yeah.
The roaster
yeah.
back. I love it.
I know.
Man, so are there any games, movies, TV shows, anything that you're looking forward to coming out this year?
Oh man, I get this question all the time. You'd think I'd be more prepared for it.
No problem.
I'm definitely, and what's funny is I always go to the same thing, and it is the Spider-Man game coming
man,
up.
yes.
Yeah,
Whoa. You got a woo
I'm a
from
big
the
Spider-Man fan.
producer.
I'm a big superhero comics fan, and
Yeah.
so you know, just another thing I'm definitely looking forward to is Avengers: Infinity War.
Sure.
It's going to be so interesting seeing how they balance that many characters.
I'm
It's
very
either gonna be
curious
like-
too.
Yeah. It's either going to be like the greatest superhero movie of all time or a complete disaster.
So confusing. They're just gonna cut to a different character every 5 minutes. Like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm ready, because I remember what it felt like watching the Avengers, that first lead up to that movie, and you know, I made sure to watch all of the movies leading up, and I remember when I finally got around to seeing the Avengers, I got so emotional watching it. I got like tingles, like when I don't want to give spoilers, but there were so many scenes where I was just like, yes, like seeing the characters like interact from like all these other movies. I think there's going to be a ton of shit like that in Infinity War, like just seeing characters from these different Marvel movies interacting and throwing jabs back and forth, or you know, fighting. I think it's going to be great. Marvel is just killing it.
They really are, man.
They
It's
can't
insane.
stop winning, and it's such a sadness that DC just cannot start winning.
No, I love DC's characters as well, and I would love for just them to hit one time, just do something cool.
Yes, you know, Wonder Woman was good.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman was like, hey, this is it was good. It was decent. It was a good movie. But
And then came
I'm the
Justice
same
League.
way. I'm a huge Batman fan, but yeah, no, I would love to see all the superhero movies be amazing and be as awesome as they could be. But I feel like with DC, it's almost like just shut it down. Let's try. It's time to reboot the extended universe. Let's just try it again.
I feel like DC is more like their animation movies are
Yeah.
really, are like
Animation stuff's always really good.
For sure.
Just stick with
Again,
that.
especially the Batman
Right.
animated series for me. I loved Dark Knight Returns. Also, they did an animated show of Year One. It was great. Yeah, no, they are. I don't know why they kill it on the animated shows, but then
yeah.
the movies they just can't do it. Really, like lately, ever since they started the cinematic universe.
Right.
They'll be good again. They need to make that Batman movie. I don't know what the holdup is there. I don't know. We kind of went off on a tangent here.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's what the show's about.
Let's talk about Batman.
Yeah, let's now we're gonna start the Batman segment. Bring in your questions, please.
All right, I got one for you. What do you like most about PC gaming?
Oh, jeez. I mean, honestly, it's the graphics. It's, the power of the games. They look the best. They run the smoothest. You have more options, which I will say the options sometimes is like both good and bad for me. It's like sometimes you get overwhelmed with just the sheer amount of changes you can make to the game. Yeah, but that's another great thing about it, I guess. Even though I don't personally like mod a lot of my games, you have that option.
Sure.
It's just there's no comparison, is there? I mean, really.
Damn right. I like your
What's
style.
that?
Damn right.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's it, man. Thank you so much for everything. We won't hold you back any longer. Get some sleep.
Yeah.
You've been
I'm gonna
amazing. Thank you for joining us. Tell people where they can find you. All over Twitch, all over Twitter. Give them your handle. For those in chat, the very few people that may not be following you, there it is. Man
It's right
versus
there.
game across everything.
That's my Twitter. Yeah, that's my Twitter handle, at Man versus Game, Man vs Game, and that's pretty much all of my handles. So like Facebook, Instagram, my Twitch channel, of course, twitch.tv/Man versus Game. It's just Man vs Game for all of them. I even have a Snapchat, even though I'm a 38-year-old man. Just be aware that I don't use it because I don't know how to use it. And when I open Snapchat, it scares me.
I don't think anyone gets Snapchat, so don't worry about it. I don't understand it either.
Yeah.
Will I see you at PAX East?
Unfortunately, no.
No.
I'm so bad at being proactive on preparing for events in what is to me like the distant future.
Sure.
And so I am an excellent procrastinator. And before I know it, it's like, oh, PAX East is next week.
Whoops.
Oh, I guess I'm not going.
Well, man,
But
thank you so much, man.
Yeah, no problem.
You're an amazing
I was just
dude. I appreciate you for coming on the show. I appreciate Mankind for joining us during the stream. Any parting words for these lovely people?
I love you all so much. You've changed my life in so many ways. I'll never be able to repay you for everything you've done for me. Getting a little deep here.
Super sweet.
Thanks for I love you all. Thank you so very much for stopping by for the stream, and thanks for having me as a guest
Of course,
on the
our
show.
pleasure.
I'd like to, I'll come back if you want me.
Yeah.
Did you want? I can come back. Okay, if you need a guest,
Maybe.
I can do it.
well,
I'm available.
I'll have my people to call your people.
Okay. Okay.
Thanks again, man. We appreciate you, dude.
Yeah.
Have a good weekend.
All right, guys. Take care.
All right. Up next, we've got Ask Origin PC. Hopefully, you've been asking some questions in chat, because now is our time to answer them. So our first question comes from Anubis169, who asks, Origin PC, was there a reason to give... Oh, this is a horrible question. Was there a reason the giveaways are done via Gleam? Kind of excludes anybody who doesn't use social networking sites. So, yes, we're trying to build our social channels. Gleam is perfect for that. Gleam is really the only giveaway platform that I've ever really been introduced to, and I'm kind of the one that manages everything, so that's why we use it. Okay. Is that it for the questions?
No
We
more
only
questions?
got one question?
No more questions for
This
me?
is BS. What about anything for Nano?
I know.
Man, I'll just answer the questions for Man vs. Game.
Offended.
Man vs. Game, are you going to stream later, man? Probably, dude. Anything else? Anything else?
Where do we ship to?
Where do we ship? Oh, we ship worldwide.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm just gonna pretend to ask questions. Kuzi, how do you like working at Origin? Oh, dude, it's been awesome. It's such a great experience. The streams here are fantastic. Here's a question for you, Nano. How do you like your first Origin PC Live?
Oh, it was great. I can show everybody that I can read from this monitor.
Yeah, you did good.
Ingress
Paranoia says
in-
he's asked several questions already, so
Give
I'm
me the
sorry,
questions.
Paranoia. We haven't been reading chat. I've started reading chat now. What do you think about roller derby? Thank you, Didi Bleak, for the insightful question.
Aw.
Roller derby, pretty awesome. Nano Kitten actually used to do roller derby. Do you still? Or
I
you still-
can't. I can't anymore. I have
Why?
a fracture in my knee and I have
Ah,
a
what a
bruised
bummer.
liver.
Can you imagine this
Crying.
girl roller derbying? How awesome would that be?
Yeah.
Can I get a free device? I'm sorry, no. I'm sorry, the answer is no. What are your favorite games on the background wall? Fantastic question. Let's take a look. One of them is here for sure, because I remember seeing it the other day. Battlefield Vietnam, I loved it. It was one of my favorites. No One Lives Forever Part 1 was fantastic. No One Lives Forever 2 was whatever. I don't know if you can see it up here, but GTA Vice City's up there. Of course, Half-Life 2, fantastic. I'm trying to go for what you can see. There was one here,
Oh,
like,
Max
for
Payne.
sure.
Yeah.
Max Payne 2 over here. That's a great
Halo.
one. Gears of War, fantastic game. Splinter Cell, fantastic game. Call of Duty World at War.
There's so many.
it was whatever. What's on Nano Kitten's t-shirt?
Oh, okay. Well, it's a title fight shirt. It's a band. I don't know.
What did it say? Your pain is mine now. All right, this girl. Can we cut you out of
I'm
this?
sorry. I'll just show my way out.
Honestly. I have a question. How are you guys' days going? Fantastic question. My day's going splendid. So Nano and I will both be at PAX East. We're actually going to do the PAX Edition Origin PC Live together. So you can, if you're at PAX East, please come say hi to us, because we're desperate for attention.
I need validation. I'm one of those people that man was talking about.
Yeah, me too. I absolutely would love to see you. If you're like, hey, aren't you that dude that does that thing? I'll be like, yes, you know who I am. That's all I need to hear. You don't even need to say my name. I don't care. I just want your affection. So please, please give it to me.
Please love me.
What else did I have? Nano, you started working at Origin PC how long ago now?
Oh man, November? I started in November.
How was your
60
experience thus far?
It's been amazing. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Like, I love my job.
Nano started where I started, right? You're in the
Yeah,
integration
I
process,
integrate.
which is cool.
I integrate, I assemble, I QA sometimes.
Okay, Paranoia asks, Origin PC, how long does the Eon 17 SL Lex laptop take to build? Mainly the integration period. So the build usually happens within a day. Integration happens probably within another 1 or 2 days. The longest part of the process is, first of all, the ordering of the parts, which happens before, because everything we do is built to order. The other process is the burn-in process. So when it comes to the testing, we do laborious testing. We run overnight testing a few nights in a row just to make sure that the PC is top-notch. We basically put it through the grinder, so once it gets to you, you know that it's at 100%, and anything you throw at it, I'm sorry for bringing props into this, anything you throw at it, well, it'll be able to handle.
Hence, I touch it.
And I guess that's it. Yeah, touch it inappropriately. Fantastic. So up next is Post of the Week. Hopefully some of you participated, because now we're going to announce the winner. I'm going to do ridiculous hand gestures throughout the rest of the stream. I closed my script, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to open it
that's
again.
okay.
No, I got it.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I figured it out. I can figure things out. Okay, so here we go. in a minute.
The hand
Blatant plug.
gestures.
Go back to the hand gesturing real quick. We got the guest questions. And now it's time for Post of the Week. Last week's topic was which celebrity would you like to play a PC game with? What game would you play and why? We received several celebrity game night ideas, but we could only pick one. And that would be the Zombie Shaman, love that Twitter handle, from Twitter, who wrote, Sean Bean, Dark Souls. Because reasons. Need you say more? You do not need to say more.
Aww.
Big congratulations. Oh, hashtag dies all the time. He dies all the time in movies, and he dies all the time in Dark Souls. That would be a perfect combination. But why on earth would you want to play with someone that's for sure going to get killed early on? Although Sean Bean's an amazing human being. I'm positive of it. But thank you so much for the responses, guys. Congratulations. You're going to be receiving a copy of Shroud of the Avatar, the newly released MMO. From Richard Garriott and Starlong and Portalarium Studios. Congratulations to you. Thank you for participating. Jericho, what's next week's topic so more people have more chances to win?
All right, next week's topic is you've been asked to create a 3-challenge gaming gauntlet. What would be the challenges? For example...
Oh, I see. I see what he said now.
For example, of challenges include beating Dark Souls blindfolded, doing a Forza 24-hour race, or playing Far Cry out in the wilderness. Make sure to use the hashtag OriginPCLive with your response, and we'll be picking the post of the week for the next episode.
So this was a very Ready Player One inspired question. Thank you to our producer for sticking to the trends. Much love to Lewis. Big thank you to Lewis, who doesn't get enough recognition around here
Lewis!
on the show. Lewis, you're the man. Thank you for setting everything up in such short time. You're an amazing dude. And that's it for the show. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to tune in next week for Origin PC Live PAX Edition. You're all amazing. Have a fantastic weekend. Don't spoil Ready Player One for me if you've been typing it in chat, because I'm probably going to go see it this weekend. If any of you guys want to play Far Cry, join us in our Discord. Like I said, discord.gg/OriginPC. Follow Origin PC across all social media. Follow me on Twitter @Kuziel. Follow NanoKitten on Twitter @Nano_Kitten. Jeez, I haven't said that in a long time. But thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for tuning in. Take care of yourselves, love yourselves, and love one another. Mwah! Origin PC family.